Here are the top stories this hour. U.S. delivers military supplies to Nigeria to bolster several security operations. Court sacks PDP candidate for the state governorship election. Oluyede orders fresh primary. President Tinubu says Nigeria to unlock $3 billion annually in carbon market. On the foreign scene, Iranian official says about 2,000 people, including security personnel, killed in protests. Good evening, this is news at 7 on Western Spring Television. My name is Olufemi Alagwe. The United States has delivered military supplies to Nigerian security agencies to bolster security operations in several parts of the country. This was disclosed in our post via X today by the United States Africa Command, AFRICOM. In the post, it said critical military supplies were delivered to the Nigerians in Abuja, noting that the delivery supports Nigeria's ongoing operations and emphasizes our shared security partnership. The federal government had said that the U.S. government affirmed its readiness to deepen security cooperation with Nigeria, including the provision of enhanced intelligence support, defense equipment, and articles to reinforce ongoing operations against terrorists. Last November, Nigeria dispatched a delegation to Washington aimed at strengthening security partnership between the two countries and opening new avenues for cooperation. Led by the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, the delegation met with senior officials across the U.S. Congress, the White House, a Faith Office, the State Department, the National Security Council, and the Department of War. In the meantime, bandits have reportedly killed 5 persons in a fresh attack on the Otobi community in Otsoko local government area of Benue State. Among the victims is a House of Assembly candidate for Otsoko Akpa State constituency on the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the 2019 general election, Igbabe Archie. The attack, which happened at about 1:30 a.m. this morning, followed a Sunday night kidnapping attempt at Oku Ora Odaba in Otobi, followed by the community volunteers GADS. Local sources confirmed that the community has been singled out by suspected herdsmen for attacks following the killing of 13 persons on April 15, 2025, and another attack that claimed 3 more lives in May 2025. However, the Benue State Police Command is yet to react to the incident. But the lawmaker representing Otsoko State constituency, Kennedy Angbo, while speaking with newsmen, lamented the persistent attack on his constituency. In Sokoto State, 2 people have been killed and several others abducted in Bargaja village, Isa local government area of the state, following a bandit attack suspected to be linked to gunmen loyal to bandit leader Bello Taji. The spokesman for the State Police Command, DSP Ahmed Rufai, confirmed this in an interview today, revealing that the attack occurred on Monday. He said a detailed account of the incident would be provided once the divisional police officer in the area submit a field report. Security sources and residents also reported that a Bagaja had been attacked days earlier, suggesting repeated raids in the area along the Sokoto-Zamfara axis. Residents said the attack triggered fresh displacement, with villagers fleeing to Isa town and neighboring communities. Renewed attacks in Isa come amid wide concerns over the persistence of banditry in the northwest, where communities have endured years of mass displacement, school abductions, and a shrinking civic presence due to insecurity. In the courts, Justice Emeka Nwate of the Federal High Court seat in Abuja returned the case file of the Bauchi State Commissioner for Finance, Yakubu Adamu, to the Chief Judge for reassignment following the court's resumption from its vacation. Adamu is standing trial alongside 3 other Bauchi State civil servants on a 10-count charge of alleged terrorism financing and money laundering brought against them by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The defendants were arraigned on December 31, 2025, and pleaded not guilty to all the counts. On January 5, Justice Nwete refused their bail application, ruling that the offences threatened national security and public safety, and ordered their remand at the Kuje Correctional Center. They were accused of conspiring between January and May 2024 to provide funds totaling $2.3 million in cash for the benefit of Bello Bodejo and persons associated with him, allegedly pursuant to approvals granted by Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed. The FCC alleged that the funds were used wholly or partly to finance terrorists or terrorist groups. Turning to politics, a federal high court sitting in Ado-Ekiti, Ekiti State, has sacked Dr. Wale Oluyede as the gubernatorial candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the Ekiti State, and ordered a rerun in his ruling. Justice Babs Kwewumi upheld the concerns of irregularities raised by Prince Funsho Ayeni during the exercise. It would be recalled that Ayeni had challenged the process, citing the questionable manipulation of the approved delegates list on the day of the election, an action that undermined transparency, internal democracy, and fairness. The court found that the gross abuse of process, disregard for electoral guidelines, and violations of the fundamental principles governing the PDP were inconsistent with both party rules and the Constitution of Nigeria. In his reaction, the PDP Southwest Zonal Publicity Secretary Sanya Atofarati noted that the party has the right to appeal the judgment, confident that the party legal team will act on it immediately. In a political crisis in Rivers State, a former Ekiti State Governor Ayofayoshi has advised Rivers State Governor Simalai Fubara to make amends with Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, instead of engaging in political confrontation. He made the remarks while addressing the ongoing power struggle between Governor Fubara and his predecessor, Nyesom Wike, which continues to drive political instability in Rivers State. Speaking during an interview with Arise News aired today, Fayoshi emphasized the importance of humility and reconciliation in governance, citing examples from other states. Fayoshi also commented on the title of 001 in Rivers politics, warning Governor Fubara against challenging the minister's authority. The former governor appealed directly to the governor to seek peace and reconciliation, responding to claims that Fubara had already apologized to Wike. Fayoshi distinguished between genuine remorse and apologies made merely to calm tensions. The Rivers State Assembly has commenced proceedings to impeach Governor Fubara and his deputy, accusing Fubara of gross misconduct.
And may I say to you, the same people of Rivers State voted for that House of Assembly. They have transmitted their powers to that House of Assembly. And let me round that up for you to get it very clear. The people of Rivers State, as wonderful as they be and want to make a choice, I'm not here to come and tell you the people of Rivers are with Fubara or with Wike, but I will not tell you they're with Fubara. I won't tell you that. You understand, my brother? Wike has been going around, drawing crowd. Fubara has the resources of a state. Let him go around too. My brother, whatever people who have power of creation can have power of taking out. And to the House of Assembly, they have the mandate. No matter the narrative, take my words, the House of Assembly removed me in Ekiti. Whatsoever hand is behind it, that time it was Obasanjo's hand, it was a lot of elite's hand, but they accomplished it. I was removed, I became history, I went to exile. I want to advise Governor Fubara again. Please, Governor Fubara, I'm begging you, go and make amends and be at peace.
He has prostrated more than once
just wait a second,
to the same Minister Wike. How many times will he prostrate?
Your wife can equally tell you, sir. After all, I've said sorry to you. Is that an apology? My wife can tell me, I've said sorry to you now. How many times will I say sorry to you? Sir, there is a remorse, and there is what we call in Yoruba. I'm saying it just for me to have peace, not because I want to show remorse. Listen, my brother, those people leading on Governor Fubara, if Governor Fubara goes down today, they will run away. People that were saying I should fight back those days, they were not there when I was isolated and when I was alone.
In under development, President Bola Tinubu has told world leaders that Nigeria is mobilizing climate finance through a newly activated carbon market framework expected to unlock between $2.5 billion and $3 billion annually over the next decade. Speaking at the 2026 edition of the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week, themed The Nexus of Next, All System Go, the Nigerian leader said the country has taken vigorous regulatory steps to strengthen its climate governance. He stated that this includes the adoption of the National Carbon Market Activation Policy and the launch of the National Carbon Registry to improve emissions reporting and verification. He disclosed that Nigeria has launched a climate and green industrialization investment to unlock $20 billion to $30 billion annually in climate finance. He said the government is modernizing Nigeria's energy architecture to deploy sustainable power to underserved communities.
The nation views the Nexus approach as an opportunity to align climate action with energy access, economic growth, job creation, and social inclusion. Sustainability. Sustainable development ensures that all systems, policy, finance, infrastructure, nature, and human capital must move together. As articulated in COP30 in Belém, in Brazil, climate action must be fair and just. Developing countries require predictable climate finance, accessible technologies, and robust capacity building to support full climate commitment without losing focus on advancing their developmental priorities. The perspective records that the purpose of this forum, where systems must be ready to mobilize action, strengthen partnership, and deliver meaningful impact. In the year 2025, Nigeria took a major regulatory steps to strengthen our climate governance and sustainability. We adopted the National Carbon Market Activation Policy, NCMAP, and launched the National Carbon Registry to improve our measurement, reporting, and verification.
Moving on, Vice President Kashim Shettima has charged public servants to imbibe the virtues of selflessness and excellence, marked by daily discipline, consistency of effort, and strength of character. He said during legacies in public service are sustained by consistent dedication to excellence, resilience, and hard work, regardless of the challenges of building enduring institutions. Shettima stated this in Abuja today during a colloquium organized to commemorate the 50th birthday of the Special Advisor to the President on Policy and Coordination and head of the Central Delivery Coordination Unit, Hadiza Bala Usman. Eulogizing the celebrant's public service career, the Vice President described Bala Usman as a mirror not only for the Northern Nigerian goal, but for the nation itself, adding that her place in the nation's public service history is secure. Earlier, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, described Bala Usman's life an example of discipline, urging the celebrant to remain steadfast in advancing the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. On our part, Bala Usman said He was humbled by the personalities who graced the colloquium and thanked President Tinubu, Vice President Shatima, and others for contributing to her political career and personal life. The Kebbi State government has announced the reopening of Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, MAGA, where 24 schoolgirls were abducted before they were later rescued. The Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Dr. Halima Bande, made this known while briefing journalists shortly after a security meeting with principals and heads of schools in Birning Kebbi this afternoon. Bande stated that confidence has been restored among parents and students through counseling and the full deployment of security personnel, paving the way for the resumption of academic activities at the school. According to her, Governor Nasser Idris has directed the conduct of security awareness programs for principals and school staff to prevent a reoccurrence of such incidents. Bande also urged schools to maintain good relationships with their host communities, describing them as critical stakeholders in the security architecture of their location. Yeah, in Osun State, the 2005 set of Laro Grammar School Oshobo today donated 8 marker boards to the school as part of efforts to foster excellence in their alma mater. The students, who are the sole beneficiaries of the whiteboards, were full of gratitude to the 2005 alumni. Toby Sanusi has more on this.
It was a day of reliving memories as the 2005 alumni of Lara Grammar School, Shogbo, the Osun State capital, marked their 20th anniversary with an act of giving back to their alma mater. In commemoration of their anniversary, the old student presented 8 marker boards to the school for the student use. In his address, a representative of the 2005 set, Ajibade Alaba, who came alongside his colleagues to the school, urged the students to ensure proper use of the whiteboards, stressing that such will address some of the deficiencies in their learning activities. He also encouraged the students to always give back to the society.
We came to present 8 marker boards for the usage of the school. So the last time we came, we discovered that some of the boards they are using are not in good condition. So, and to mark our 20 years anniversary, the 20 years that we left school, so we decided to present 8, and we will not stop until all the classes are filled up with white marker board.
While appreciating the 2005 set, the school principals, Isiaka Adewale and Omolara Akinramade, advised the students to make judicious use of the whiteboards.
The old students in general, they've been coming, different sets have been coming. So now that the government is encouraging the old students to give back to their school, we just have to thank the old students.
We are going to make judicious use of the board, and we promise you that the students will guide against destruction of those boards by the students. And once again, we appreciate all the old students, or generally, of Laro Grammar School.
Mr. Adewale further commended the effort of the old students in the school, whom he said have contributed to the infrastructural development of the school.
It is the senior boy of 2001 set that is renovating that library. Yes. Another old student renovated the Itrotech. The old alumni, last Saturday they were in the compound. The borehole, they make sure that water is running right from the borehole there down to our laboratory. So the old students are doing a lot within the school.
The students thereafter appreciated the 2005 set for the whiteboards provided, a gesture that say will aid the smooth running of their academics.
On behalf of the principal, the VPs, and every other members of the school, plus the students, I want to appreciate you for this board. May the Lord continue to bless in the mighty name of Jesus. And also I want to say something that by the time I grew up, I would like to also come back to my alma mater and do the same thing they did to us.
The 8 marker boards provided by the 2005 set of Laro Grammar School are expected to ensure that the students learn in more conducive atmosphere with proper facilities. Toby Sanusi, Western Spring Television News.
Still to come. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar demands immediate release of 52 AAU students in Ekpoma. We'll bring him on this when we return.